Hey everyone, I'm Ty, and thanks so much for checking in to my channel. Today, I'm gonna review for you the JHS Colour Box. Now, if you didn't know, I'm a worship pastor. I lead worship every single weekend, and I'm always looking for a great way to go direct into the house with my guitar and not have to use an amp. And so I'm always using impulse responses with kind of amp in a box, preamp style pedals. And so I picked up the JHS Colour Box to use as kind of the pedal-based tone on my amp. I'm boosting other pedals into it and using this pedal as kind of my standalone sound. So I've seen a lot of demos where people have been throwing this in front of an amp and people are using it as just an overdrive, a stomp box, but I haven't seen too many videos where they're running this into an impulse response or directly into a console. So I hope that this video is helpful for you if you're thinking of using it in that way. So without any further ado, let's jump in and see how the Colour Box by JHS sounds.
All right, so as far as controls, it's pretty straightforward. We have our master, which is our overall output. The pre-volume, which acts the same as a drive knob on an overdrive pedal, and there's actually two gain stages on this pedal, and this sits right in between both of them. So then we have our step, which kind of works the same, except this affects both gain stages, and it has 5 positions. In the bottom position, it's boosting about 18 decibels of gain. And then in the 5th position, the highest one up, it's boosting 39 decibels of gain. So when you crank that up, you're getting in some crazy fuzz tones, as you're going to see. And then we have our high pass, which ranges from 60 hertz to 800 hertz. And they give you a little toggle switch here where you can bypass and engage that. And then we just have our standard EQ, bass, middle, and treble, which are very responsive and useful, and we'll get into that in the sound demo as well. And then on the sides here, as far as inputs, we have Neutrik connectors, and we can do instrument and microphone in here. And then you can select between the two, so you run your guitar or can run a microphone, whatever you want. And then we have a pad that has a negative 20 decibel pad right there. And then as far as outputs, we have our standard 1/4 inch out and then an XLR out. So again, you can run a microphone, you can mic this up for vocals, you can mic up an acoustic guitar, you run bass through it, all sorts of features, and I'm sure it's gonna sound great. But for today, we're just gonna run our guitar through it, through a couple impulse responses, and yeah, so all right, let's jump into the sounds. All right, so as far as my signal chain, it's very simple. I just have my Strat here. I'm on the bridge pickup, and that's going right into the Boss Super Overdrive, which is bypassed, and then into the Colour Box, and then that's going right into my interface. I have the 2 notes, wall of sound plug-in up, and I have a 212 Celestion speaker cabinet impulse response, and here is my clean sound. All right, so now I'm just gonna kind of walk through the settings, turn the knobs a little bit, and play and give you an idea of what it sounds like. All right, cool. So let's hear what it sounds like with an overdrive pushed in front of it.